Is this the greatest anime of all time? I know what you're thinking. This guy sees a bunch of flashing lights, or he has a good soundtrack, or a perfect 2D girl to remind him that the reason he's single is because all these real life girls just can't understand that watching anime doesn't make you a gay 12-year-old who hates the real world. No, seriously, Demon Slayer might have all these things, and anime lovers do hate the real world most of the time, but I think Studio UFO Table, you here for table, went and set the anime community on fire, inserting a brilliant masterpiece of animation into our eyeballs, no lube, and generating a show that has captured every type of anime fan in every part of the world. Whether it's Reddit users or dickhead content creators like me, basically no one can find a legitimate way to shit on the show, and the ones that do have earned the friendly nickname retard for a justifiable reason. We don't hate on people who try to hate on the show out of personal malice or some dark below the surface psychopathic motivation. We don't even really hate on them. We just stare at them blankly with half pity and half sadness because something really bad must have happened in their lives. Demon Slayer is about demons and those that slay them. The story starts off with our boy Tanjiro heading down the mountain to run some errands as all good boys do, and comes back home to see that his entire house and family have been turned into Diddy's underground playroom. Oh sorry, is that not politically correct? Okay then, they were butchered like a bunch of dogs by evil Michael Jackson, who has no idea he just set in motion a bunch of events that will lead to him reliving his PTSD in the near future. Tanjiro's sister Nezuko turns into a demon who is a nice demon because she's the main character's sister and we need cool plot points. And after meeting a depressed demon slayer named Gyu-san, a whole bunch of shit happens and he becomes a demon slayer himself to hunt down Muzan and turn his sister back to normal. You might be wondering at this stage if the show has some unbelievable, unorthodox, unreal, unnatural, un-everything story or premise. To be honest, not really. The magic of the show doesn't lie in some era-defining plot twists or unforeseeable set of events. The magic lies in its ability to make us fall completely in love with its absolute simplicity as well as animation that will make you think Avatar was a mid-level generic cartoon. He meets other demon slayers who become fundamental to the story, like Zenitsu, the blonde pussy, who spends 90% of the show being an annoying little bitch, but spends the other 10% having more aura than Jinwoo when he's actively aura farming, and both characters have the same dub voice actor. Who the fuck saw that shit coming? He also meets Inosuke, whose voice actor I fucking love, no matter what anime I see him in. Inosuke is a funny prick, man. I mean, the guy hates everyone and everything, is aggressive as you can be, wears a bear mask around, and is just random as fuck. Every scene he's in is entertaining as shit, and he should be in the top 10 list for being one of the best random comedians on the planet. They go on a journey together to kill demons, but as this journey begins, I start figuring out what sets Tanjiro as a protagonist apart from everyone else. He is anime Jesus. Look, we're all familiar with the good guy anime protagonist. Goku, Luffy, Naruto, Ichigo, Saitama, Mob. We've seen all different types of shonen main characters, and whilst they're all different in important ways and are wrestling with problems unique to them and their world, Tanjiro is different from all of them in one extremely vital way. He has genuine compassion for all living beings. If you really think about it, almost all other shonen protagonists are motivated by either a desire for some kind of personal growth or some hypothetical end goal that is still sort of self-serving. Naruto wants to be Hokage not because he loves every human in the Leaf Village, but because he wants people to respect him, and he tells us that over and over and over again, and there's nothing really wrong with that. Sure, later on he wants to create a world of peace and all that, but it's still not out of universal compassion. It's just about what to do when you have ultimate power. There are only two options there, peace or war, so choosing peace is noble, but it's not the same. Goku just wants to get strong and fight people, same with Saitama, and whilst they obviously have a desire not to do bad as much as possible, it's not the same as Tanjiro. Tanjiro has compassion for the demons that he kills as well as the humans who cause him problems. What's important to note is that unlike Vegeta, Gaara, or even Boros, who have goals beyond themselves, these demons truly are evil. They've been created in such a way to wreak as much havoc as possible, and in their dying moments, Tanjiro gives them as much love and respect as he gives his own family. That's not just a good guy, it goes beyond good, it's ultimate virtue. He takes an extra step that he doesn't need to take to give them the smallest bit of love and comfort, where being humans before doesn't rid their demon selves of the sins they've committed. Tanjiro is anime Jesus, and one of my favorite characters in all of anime. Lots of people say that he wouldn't ever show Muzan any compassion, but I believe in a hypothetical world if Muzan was truly repenting on himself, then Tanjiro would show him the same compassion. But of course, Muzan wouldn't ever do that. his character as the King of Demons is completely contrary to that kind of behavior. Let's talk about the incredible animation, because fuck me on a hill and name me Steve, it's out of this fucking world. I will never believe that the animators are paid enough for this. Whatever they're earning, triple it and triple it again. Even with solo leveling coming out and the budget being broken 1 million times, Demon Slayer has peaked in animation even compared to those shows. As a wise man named Giguk pointed out, one of the things that makes this animation special is how multiple fight scenes are happening at once and they're all interacting with each other rather than singular one-on-ones happening in different pockets of space. Another good thing about the animation is the vomit of lights and colors that just flood your screen like a tsunami of nightclubs with OP music playing in the background. Honestly, at this point in time, good animations can pretty much steal the show. Think of every anime you've ever seen, and the ones that pop into your mind the quickest usually have incredible animation or touched you on an emotional level. Demon Slayer has both. It's gonna sound like I'm being a prick and overdoing it, but I have to be real. There are times when the show is just a tiny bit incoherent, demonstrating something that has existed in shonen since the beginning of time. Plot armor. Like, okay, Tanjiro is standing right in front of you, dude. You automatically realize that his earrings mean he's a main character. I mean, he's a potential threat. So just, I don't know, fuck him up right there. Guy is weak as piss at that point in the story. Like how Voldemort couldn't finish a baby, or an 11-year-old, or 12, or 13, or 14, or 15, or 16, or 17, and now I think he's not even trying. You have the capacity to turn him into ramen noodles, but you've got your head in your ass, and you're wondering why it's so easy to fuck your demons up. Do we remember how he just waltzed his way into Ubuyashiki's mansion with more drip and sass than a JoJo fan walking into a gay bar? Like, dude, you obviously could have done this whenever you wanted. Your main opponent is a disabled, blind old man. What the fuck are you doing? What's so hard about this? Just eliminate the Demon Slayer corpse first, then look for the Spider Lily. If you didn't have the patience to wait for the doctor to finish the medicine, how the fuck did you suddenly become a Buddhist monk? But they're strong and hard to infiltrate. He could have ran away to the Infinity Castle basically whenever he wanted anyway. None of the Demon Slayers know how to get there. They're called Demon Slayers, not multi-dimension skipping demon GPS trackers. So if the attack plan went tits up, just take a vacation in your secret sex dungeon. Fucking Akaza, you disgusting alien monkey. I hate that I love you so much, you favorite character inbred of a demon. He's one of my favorite characters in all of anime. He's not really evil. He's more like a soldier rather than a cold-blooded murderer. His life story is just... At least he tried to offer Rengoku a contract to becoming a demon, which included immortality, super strength, super speed, incredible blood demon art thing. What the fuck did Rengoku offer besides a full body vasectomy? Not gonna lie, Rengoku immediately slashing at the side of a demon versus the demon offering to become mates with him screams racism. Okay, my nonsense rambling is annoying even me. Akaza solid, Rengoku solid, Muzan retarded, and it's another thing that separates Demon Slayer from every other show. They made us feel bad for every single person in the anime, with the exception of genuine psychopaths like Muzan, Emu, and Doma. Besides the superpowers, demons, and slashing swords with a budget of 500 trillion yen, this scenario mimics the real world. Most of the demons aren't bad or weren't always bad. They were programmed to be the way they are, similar to how bad ideas, false information, or paranoia can make normal people do deranged things. It's only the 3% or so of the population that are genuine psychopaths that want to sadistically destroy everything and everyone. Like, was Stephen Hawking really evil, or just thought that the island was where you go to study the mysteries of the universe? Seriously, what the fuck was that remote controlled chewing gum doing there anyway? Where was I? Demon Slayer has changed the anime community forever. Anime creators in the future are going to be signing complaint forms for how high the bar has been set in terms of animation quality and emotional resonance. The story itself isn't all that complicated. I mean, this isn't Evangelion unpacked or Death Note recreated. It's just a really good anime overall. One thing that isn't talked about a lot is how good the combination of characters in the show actually are. I mean, no two characters are the same. Akaza and Doma right next to each other, Yorichi and third grade useless $2 store Yorichi look like, my name is Kokushibo, so fake Yorichi, and the dichotomy between Muzan and Ubuyashiki. Every character has an opposite in a way. Everyone is fighting with a side of themselves, and not necessarily everyone is actually evil. Okay, I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I know that everyone would love to see Kaigaku get fucked from all sides and roasted on a Zenitsu barbecue, especially after he cucked Yome and the other children. But low-key, I respect how he's such a tryhard when it comes to survival. I mean, what would you have done in his place? Raised as an orphan, had to do anything to survive, meets a hungry demon who promises to not eat him in exchange for the other kids, only to get beaten down like a submissive little bitch. He also takes lessons from Mahashira, gains that ability, and becomes a demon to save his own skin. Like, he's doing all the things most of us would do to survive if we were him. Oh really, is anyone telling me that they would have sacrificed themselves for the temple kids like a hero or some shit? You think you're Rengoku, do you? Don't get me wrong, he's still an evil guy, and I'm looking forward to seeing him get clapped like a piñata, but that doesn't mean I don't understand where he's coming from. Aside from being a prick and borderline sociopath, maybe he would have been a normal dude had he had normal experiences. And let's be real, becoming upper rank 6 from being an orphan who everyone hated with barely any security as a child, goddamn inspirational, man. I wish I had that level of drive. The point I'm trying to make, really badly, is that Demon Slayer has done everything right and come out on top as one of the best, if not the best anime of the modern era. It's not a highly thought-provoking, generational, intricately written piece of literature. It's just a really good anime. They know how to get it done. They did it all the way through. Even more than that though, basically every character story can make you cry. You get introduced to some diabolical villain only for him to turn out to be a victim of someone else who was wronged by someone else, and on until sickness, mental pressure, the outside world, society, or just unlucky circumstances are the cause of someone turning really evil. It's a brutal, honest look at the real world and our problems in the form of demons, demon slayers, and parallel characters with distinctly opposing traits. The more I watch it, the better it gets, and I'm saying this even before the release of the final season. My expectations are through the roof, and I'm pretty confident that this one won't end in disappointment. Demon Slayer, at the end of the day, is the symbol of the phrase anime done right, and despite many disagreements and criticisms that come its way, no one can take away from all of the effort, dedication, ability, and creative spirit that was poured into this show by any and all members of production, writing, and animation, and also everybody in between and around it. Demon Slayer is proper peak. Till next time.